We ready?
Oh, I see. Oh, this is actually not that bad.
No, it's not
I
bad.
thought this was going to be like way
Yeah.
tight. Like,
No, it's not bad at all.
yeah, you might as well just, yeah.
Here we go. Boom.
You can almost do this for all of them. But,
Yeah, it ain't bad.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, see, then I think
We could eventually set it up where you got the good
Yeah.
mics and stuff. But yeah,
we'll get questions.
yeah,
Yeah.
it'll
Sweet.
show up there. Okay.
So we're on.
Might as well introduce to the main camera.
Yeah, there's the other camera.
Yep. So we're doing it live this time, I guess. But yeah, so
Well,
we might
something
get
different. So if we get questions from everybody, you can ask. And right now, I'm going to go over what shoots we got coming. This coming week going to be the 13th. So Archery Paradise has his scramble, and I read.
Is that this weekend?
Yeah, it's Saturday.
Damn it.
I know it's conflicting. I've got a graduation, so I'm not going to be there. But
Yeah.
I just like Steve's title,
What is it
Archery Paradise 2.
called? Oh yeah.
No, Scramble in Paradise number 2.
Yeah.
That sounds like a movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's this weekend, and that is a good time down there, guys. That shoot. Waverly has a shoot up there, and Davenport Valley Archers has their ASA qualifier this weekend.
Yep.
So last weekend, Ottumwa had theirs, and we had 70 shooters. It's starting to grow.
Yeah.
I got a couple guys there that haven't shot before, and it was a good time. So
Just making sure. Yeah, we're definitely
we're still
on there.
by ourselves. So
Oh, it is what it is.
yeah, that's okay. But yeah, otherwise the shoot went really well. I mean, the weather was great both days.
Yeah.
We had full. I think when we and Steve set the course, well, not the course, but paired the groups up. Every group had 4 shooters. Some had 5.
All right.
So it was pretty good. It was nice. It was a good group. Good weekend down there. Those guys did a wonderful job. Mike's really got them in tune of how it needs to be set up. Mike has a formula
Okay.
he uses on setting yardage, and it's pretty spot on.
A formula he uses on setting yardage. What do
Yeah,
you mean by that?
It's a law of averages, I think.
Okay.
Like, I don't think I had a shot. I mean, it just averaged out. I mean, certain classes have a certain yardage average.
Yeah. What was it for you? You think?
If I had to guess, our average yardage is probably 38.
Okay. That's not too bad.
No, not bad at all. But then, it varies on how it can be set. But Pat's got a paper. Sometime I'll let you see it, how Mike's got it all. I mean, from all the years Mike did it in Texas and being the state director there, he sets a fairly good course. You can tell when Mike sets a course
Yeah.
by the yardages.
That makes sense.
I mean, you could tell. And like I said, he does a good job. So, Jason Watson. We're doing good.
What's up?
But yeah. Otherwise, I shot. So you didn't go because you had to work.
Yeah.
But,
Which unfortunately I'm probably gonna have to work for the next weekend, which is Steve's. I didn't actually realize Steve's was next weekend, so that sucks. But
yeah. Then anyway, I shot well, but I didn't. I got away from my game, like I normally play on downhills.
oh,
I wasn't calling uppers when I should have been, and it cost me points. And shooting downhill, I was hitting high, and part of that might have been because I didn't read on my rangefinder that it reads 2 different yardages.
yeah.
So once I figured out, there's a number up below that other number, that is the cut yards.
Yep.
Not because the last one I had when it was in bow mode, it just gave me cut yards right away.
Mhm.
I didn't have an option. So
Because you had a loophole before, now you
Yeah.
have a Bushnell.
and that's me not knowing my equipment. So, and once I started doing that, things were hitting good. But otherwise, I was happy. I mean, I shot even. I can't complain. It's it's the best I've shot that course
Yep.
since we
What's
started,
up, Willie boy?
since we started shooting.
Will's
Will's
in
on.
here.
Yep. But yeah. So, I mean, we just will talk about shooting downhill
Mm-hmm.
because I think a lot of people struggle with it.
Yep.
I mean, they don't, but sometimes you don't realize what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't realize when you shoot uphill, you also cut yardage.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the I forget what the word I'm looking for is, but like you wouldn't think it's that way, but no matter if you're shooting uphill or downhill, you're cutting yardage either way.
Yeah.
Because people think uphill, like maybe you're adding yardage.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no.
No, but yeah, it's all it makes sense now that I look at it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the geometry of it, really. I mean,
A squared plus B squared equals C squared or whatever.
Just imagine a triangle,
Yeah.
basically. You're shooting, you're measuring a distance that you're standing from here to here, but now you go like this, it's going to read longer as an angle. But if you were to take that thing and move it straight up, it's really not.
Yeah.
So,
And then also, for me, the biggest things with up and down, I mean, obviously you have to cut the yardage right, but I get weaker uphill and also weaker downhill. Just like, I think it's just a drawing thing, but downhill, it's not as weak. It's just shakier or jumpier.
so uphill, I feel really stretched out.
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly.
really.
Which makes sense if you think about it, because you're going,
Yeah.
like your draw length is literally getting longer.
And you got to bend at the hips, and sometimes you can't get that accomplished. That's even on your downhills. I mean, if you can bend at the hips and not moving your back, which if you just drop your shoulder, you're not in a straight line.
No.
Then you're kind of collapsed. So
Yeah, exactly.
that's then talking to one guy, and he goes, I started shooting the downhills. I was hitting right the whole time. I said, okay. I go, how are we on the flats? So hit dead on. He goes, what are you about? I said, hey, let's check your third axis.
Yep. That's the third issue with up and down hills.
Yeah, that's got to be on. If it's not on, you're off left or right.
Yep.
And some of the pros shoot them in, don't they?
Yeah, yeah. I've never noticed that, like after you set it with the Hamskea, that then you check it and it'd be off. I've never noticed that, but
now you do yours with your bars on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you need to.
Yeah.
Because I think that'll change.
That's the only thing I think could change it a lot is if you either had a crazy kicked out sidebar or something, or what would it be? Like a riser or geometry that literally flexes way more than like something normal. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, you get a lot of
an
flex.
older bow.
Yeah. A lot of flex in the riser is going to change. I mean, it's going to move that point.
Yeah, it's literally moving your sights.
Yeah. I mean, I know when I draw mine back, I can tell it's flex because my arrow and my stabilizer never line up.
Yep.
Which it doesn't bother me. It still shoots. You
just got to factor it in.
You just got to, I mean.
Level it at full draw.
You got to remember, when you draw that back, the cable is off to the side. If everything was in a straight line, you could do that.
Yeah.
But nothing is on a bow.
Yeah.
I don't know what one has it where it's pretty close. You shoot in between. But
I don't know. I think I know the Expeditions have had. It's just because like the riser design, it just flexes more than others, and then like my Bowtech with the flex cable guard, like what you're saying, because that's what induces most of the torque. But since it flexes in, I notice it way less. But yeah, like a Hoyt with the whole tech shit, the shoot through. It probably doesn't move as much because
it's stiff, and it comes down to different. It's all on how it's built.
Yeah, but you would just want to check it at full draw. But what's twisting is like your sight is mounted to the bow, and then as you draw back and the cables get put in, it's going like this. Like your scope is going like this. And so you just need to check it at full draw and then just bring it back straight flat to the bow. But
yeah. I mean, if that's off, it's bad. I mean, you're not going to notice as much on flat.
Yeah.
I mean, but downhill, it's holy moly.
Yeah.
I've had mine off downhill. It's like, oh, this is really bad. Then you go check it. It's like, okay. There's various ways to check them. I would do it at full draw. You can. I've done it where I put it in a vise and brought it down and checked it that way too. The Hamskea tool is a really good tool to use. Yep,
because you can check that at full draw with the Hamskea. Yep. But
I've done it like I've done a corner of a wall and come down and up it and just watch the level. If it moves.
Yeah, you can do that too.
And there's a lot of different ways to check it. It's just a very simple thing to check and just little tweaks here and there and get it to where it's level up and down and you're good to go.
And shooting it in would just be like one of these big bales back here. I'm trying to point to it, but you'd need something pretty big like that, and you'd get super, super close, and you would aim straight down at the as low as you can get where your arrow will still hit the bale, and then level up your sight, shoot it at a spot, see if it's left or right or in the middle, and then do the same thing uphill. Like you might have to get on your knees or something to do it, and then if that's close, then you can try to, if you have some sort of a way you can get angles somewhere, go out
roof.
farther. Yeah.
Like off the roof of your house, you can do it too.
Yeah. And then just double check it.
Yeah, there's, that'd be our tech tip of the week, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's something I noticed from this weekend. We pretty much shot downhill all weekend.
Yep. I remember that course.
For that course. And Davenport's a little different. You'll have some downhills and you'll have some gradual uphills. I mean, not really bad, but they're gradual enough that you're going to notice it. Like you'll be standing at the target and you'll be eye level with it.
Okay.
I mean, that's not much, but it's still a little rise. I mean, it's probably like a couple percent maybe, but still, a couple percent at 50 yards is a long ways.
Yeah. Yeah. Any little thing will make you miss at that distance.
So how did your bow hunter scramble go?
Well, it went pretty good. We had more than the last time just because I still forgot to kind of like pump it as much as I was supposed to. But for what I did do, which was only like the weeks before and then the day of, it went pretty good. I think we had 12 people, so it's not too bad.
I forgot about it.
Hey, it's all good. It's because I didn't fucking post anything, so it's understandable.
That is a busy week last week, and maybe I'll just go shoot my target bow.
Yep.
Get ready for this shoot coming up last weekend.
Yep. Which I guess we before we keep going, I don't know how many people are. Is it only one? I don't know.
We got one.
But if anybody does join in, they have any questions, go ahead and put it in.
Feel free to ask. We might be able to answer them.
Yeah, maybe. Close. Maybe we'll get the time. We're so busy. No, but I forgot what we were talking about. But yeah, it went okay though. First place still got. I just did winner takes all, and first place still got 180 total, so $90 each. So
yeah. Did you watch any of the Reading highlights?
I haven't seen any.
No,
Did you watch?
No, I don't know. I tried looking on Cam to see if they were on, but I saw who won.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because they had an internet thing or if they're gonna.
I don't know.
They recorded it and they're gonna post it later or not. We'll see though.
Bodie shot 2 down.
Yep. And apparently one of them he missed on a 3-yard target.
Yeah.
And he just didn't like range it right or something like that. Like he thought it was.
He was a half a step off the stake.
Yeah. Oh, and so he just didn't range it, or he just like went by that yardage and.
Well, yeah, because he ranged it at the stake. There's half a step. That's a half a step, and he missed.
Yeah.
At what was it? 3.
Yeah, it was. I think it was 3 yards.
Was it the 3 yards or the 3 feet?
I think it was. I don't know if you could do 3 feet because that's.
There's one that had really short.
Yeah.
Was that the 3-yard shot?
Probably that, because I don't think you could. Because if it was 3 feet, that's just a yard. That's pretty much your bar. But yeah. Obviously, it's a little bit more. What's up, Mel? If you got any questions for, I don't know what, but
to shoot 2 down at that, and you shoot 2 arrows per target, that's insane.
Yep.
Especially the yardages.
Yeah. You know who has the record there, right?
Is it who?
Oh, you actually don't know. What do you think the record is? I'm curious about that too.
I think it's 1 down, isn't it?
That's the record. Who do you think it is?
I think it's Dave Cousins, isn't it?
Jesse.
Is it Jesse still?
Yeah, close, but it's Jesse. I think that was 2015 or 2014, 2016.
1 down.
Yeah, 1 down. So if he would have hit the 30-yard target, he would have mashed it, which is I'm sure he wanted to clean it this year. That was probably his goal. Like
and
it seemed
16 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
He was because they were taught. I did watch the one interview, and it was raining. He goes, I'm not worried about them 50-yard shots.
Yeah. Well, from what I understand at Reading, which I haven't even like practiced on the orange dots just because they actually post the yardages and the size of the dot at every single target, so you can practice it. I don't know if you knew that, but it stays the same. And it also, even like the trail shoot that's in Indiana or whatever, they will post those as well, but then also post a range that the dots are being shot at anyways. But from what I understand though, there are certain distances that are hard and certain that are not based on the size that they put at that distance. So like the 50-yard ones, I don't think are as hard technically as like apparently the hard ones are actually like the elk herd and the bears. And
Okay.
Bigfoot's hard-ish, but not as hard as the
What,
elk herd.
100 and
Because the elk is maxed out at the size of dot that it is, and I don't remember what the
so
size of it
does
is.
it follow the field archery size dots? Is that how it works?
I think they're different sizes, but it's the same. It's a similar system, but I don't think it's the same size dots.
That's neat. That is on my bucket list to
I'm
do.
gonna try to go next year.
Are you?
Yeah, you don't want to go? I think we're gonna get Warren, you, Mark,
really?
hopefully, maybe Roger, Louie, probably. So I mean, we might try to get a good group. We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, we could do it.
That would be a fun trip.
Yeah, I mean, you're turning senior known pro next year, so you might as well
No,
just go all.
not next year. I've got a few more years for that. Hey, it's one of those things I got to try it.
Mhm.
I may crash and burn and go up in flames,
No, I think you should try it.
but I
It'll
need
be
to
fun.
try it.
Yeah.
Everybody goes, you should do it now. No, I have no reason to be in the known pro class right now
Well,
with a
how
bunch
old
of
are you?
young kids. 46.
Yeah. No, I think you should just wait for known pro or senior known pro.
Yeah. They have way better eyes than I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, they just shoot. If you can see where to hit and you can hit it.
Mhm.
I can't see that well.
Yep. And the scores kind of reflect that, I think. So
It does.
it's-
If you haven't noticed, the people that are winning are young now.
Yeah. And just like in senior known pro, the score that's like leading will not even come close to the shoot down in known pro.
No.
Which is no offense or anything bad. It's just like you said, it's probably eyesight and just like holding steady. Like
Yeah.
to hold steady enough to hit it at 50 yards is pretty hard, but
Yeah. But it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's why they have the age groups. Otherwise,
exactly.
the old people are never going to win again.
Yeah. Which really, even that like 40 to 50, it seems like a lot of archers have struggled with that. There's a few that I can think of. I don't want to name because that feels wrong. But there's only one that I know that hasn't struggled with it as much, but it's still a little bit. Maybe Dave. I think Dave's in that range right
Dave's
now.
I think Dave's same age as I am.
Okay.
Cousins?
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I believe.
I think so. And then Rio, obviously, only kind of in the last few years has kind of started to struggle a little bit.
You notice that. I mean, you don't want to move the age up,
No.
but
And there's just going to be too many classes, but
yeah. But, like we talked about last week with not having an unknown class for the young kids.
yeah, which is weird.
Which
but,
is
yeah.
weird, but I don't know how like we said, how do you get them to do it?
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to start doing it when they're 18,
Yeah.
or if they really want to do it, they just do it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's another skill set.
Mm-hmm. It's a completely different thing you'd have to learn.
But if you shoot, what is it, USA Archery in the field, you judge half of it.
You judge, like I mean, you know about that, right?
Yeah,
with the whole scope size
scope
thing.
size and all that, but still, you've got to know somewhat of what it is.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. But yeah, so Bodie won. Gaius Carter got second. Kyle Douglas got third, and then Paige won again.
Mhm.
Haley Grind cleaned that one day though. You saw that? Haley
I
Grind.
did.
Yeah, which she hasn't really had a breakout moment. I thought she was going to do it this time, but I think she came in second.
That's still pretty stout.
Yep. Then Linda Ochoa third with 7 months pregnant or whatever.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyone going to the trail? Yeah. I don't think I'm going to the trail shoot in Indiana this year. I was thinking about it, but I don't think it's going to work out for work and stuff.
No.
I'm taking up too much time already.
Yeah, we're just getting busier and busier. So Metropolis is I'm going to that regardless. So
Yep.
yeah, it's fun. ASA is fun though. I mean, it's really exciting seeing the numbers we're getting,
Yep.
and they're putting up some great number scores. They have the scores posted. I don't know if you saw that.
No, they did post
Yeah,
the
they're-
scores.
She's got the scores posted if you want to look
Let's
at them.
see what they are. I might
I
read
mean,
some off.
Charlie Palmer shot again.
I did see a picture that he was in. I was like,
And he
whoa,
did.
who was that?
He didn't let up either.
Oh yeah.
He beat Dimitri.
Oh really? He shot in 45. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it's like, man, Charlie shot really well.
Wow. That I mean, to beat Dimitri right now, that is shooting really good.
Dimitri's on fire right now.
Yeah.
So, but
Oh, I see. Yeah. 1 hour ago. Let's see. So AJ Danielson first in known 40 with 18 up. Tad came in second with 16 up, and then Austin Pengraft got third with also 16 up.
That's a
Just
pretty
left
competitive
rings.
class too.
Yeah, it is. I'm
Yeah.
proud of Tad because he came back a lot from the last shoot, but
Yep.
even both AJ and Tad though had to have had a lot of eights.
They lit it up.
They did, but they had to have had a lot of eights because if there's six, so Tad was 16 up with 10 12s.
Yeah.
So that's only 2 eights, I guess. And then
Yep.
AJ had 18 up with 12 12s. So that would have been 3 eights.
Yeah.
But
Like AJ,
I guess that's not
like AJ
insane.
goes, you're gonna shoot some eighths if you're shooting at 12s.
True, but I don't know if
It's
don't
on
make
how-
it that many.
Yeah, but
Make
it's
it
in how-
less.
It's how you play it, I guess.
Yeah.
How hard you aim at them, you know.
Yep. Where else is? Oh yeah, Charlie Palmer 16 up with 13.
Yeah.
Dimitri actually had 14 bonus rings, but he was 24 up. I think I said that wrong. 26 up for
Yeah.
Charlie, and then 24 up for
It's
Dimitri.
good to see Charlie back.
Yeah, that's cool.
good. I mean,
They misspelled Will Grandick's name. Will Grandioc. Grandioc.
maybe they did it purposely.
I would. I don't know.
Think Jamie is messing with him.
Yeah, Jacob had a lot of 12s, but he must have shot. What even is that?
How many 12s
He was 10 up with 12 12s. So what is that?
14.
Or how many eights is that?
12 12s is 24 points.
Yeah. So no, I can't do this in my head.
How many?
Oh, 7 eights. Damn. Jacob, stop doing that. Come on, man. You got
Yeah.
this. No.
No, they're max. It's 25 targets,
Or-
Brad.
No, it is actually 300, right? Hold on, let me see. 12 times 25, 300, yeah.
Yeah, 300.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't.
I was going to say, I know it's something. Looks like Alex won with 22 up and 13 12s. That is solid 12 count.
You had a zero, Will, letting down?
Yo, what?
But did that release get you again? Or is it. What happened, buddy? Well, if he had a zero letting down, damn, he showed a good score then.
Yeah, where's he at? Will Grandioc. Yeah, that is pretty. Yeah, he would have been up there. Second or. Well, depending on if he shot a 12 or a 10.
Oh, Jacob. Ah.
What? Oh, Jacob
Jake-
shot. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I was gonna say, yeah. Well, Jacob, yeah. So if he would have just had a 10, that would have been, yeah,
Damn. So,
yep,
yeah. But that's part of it, though. It happens.
yep.
We've all done it. The bad thing is when it happens, it's never at the right time.
Mm-mm.
It's always at the wrong time.
That is for sure. What else we got?
Yeah, shoot of the year is going to be pretty tight in K45 this year.
Yeah.
It really is.
Well, it depends, I guess. I don't even know where Will or Jacob or any of those, AJ, all those guys were sitting from last shoot. And then if Charlie keeps shooting.
Also, it's going to make it fun.
Yeah. Did you talk to Charlie? I
No.
only ever really talked to him here a couple
Charlie shot
times that week.
Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't go down to Sunday.
Oh,
So,
okay, gotcha.
yeah, but like I said, the crowd was great both days. So,
Yeah, it looked like it.
yeah. And everybody thought the weather was going to be better Saturday. And actually, Sunday was hot.
Yeah, it
I was not ready
here.
for 80 to 80, whatever the hell degrees it was. I wasn't ready for that. So
Yeah.
I need to work my way into that.
Yeah, I thought it was going to rain Sunday. We had a bunch of paintballers here, but it did not. It just got hot.
Yeah. Well, it looked like it was going to rain. It did rain last night, but it was one after I got home. So,
Yeah, thunderstorms, everything.
yeah. So we have more people on the live.
No.
No more questions.
Well, you didn't do that bad.
You didn't do bad, Will. Just jump up a class. Shoot with us. It's a good time. You'd enjoy it. But
It might be easier. This is actually what we've said before, but it'd be easier to win K50 than it
not
would be
anymore.
to 45.
All you guys come up to K50 and we just like shooting 45 last year.
Yeah, exactly. It would probably be easier to win K50 than 45 in the state of Iowa, at the very least.
I think, honestly, though, like the pro, I think it'd be easier to win K50 than 45.
It might be, honestly. It depends.
But there's a lot of good shooters in all them classes.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, I understand the move up rule. I read it closer. I mean, but listen, okay. Worst case scenario for me, I go to Metropolis and win.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to suck for me.
Because you have to go on pro.
I'm going to have to move up
Yeah,
because I will have made too much money in 2 top 10s,
yeah,
which sucks.
yeah.
You're
Yeah, I'm already done.
You're done.
I was looking and I was like, oh, maybe after next shoot, I have to. I mean, I was going to move up anyways, but
Yeah.
yeah. So, but after the last shoot, I was officially needed to move up.
But
It's at the end of the year,
right?
Yeah, so it'll be next year.
It's the end of the year move up on them. What do we got?
Jake, so walked what?
Oh, the mushrooms.
Huh?
So they got a whole bunch of mushrooms from the practice range.
Okay.
Jacob got a
Oh,
bag full,
yeah.
and Tracy was wanting them. It was just they were hearing all about it. Everybody's looking for mushrooms. So I thought maybe Will would see them all because he's a little shorter to the ground than
Yeah.
everybody else.
Yeah.
We got to pick on you, Will. You know that. So, but otherwise, there really isn't much else going on.
Yeah.
Things are picking up. Yeah, otherwise.
Yeah, we can make this a short episode.
Yeah, matter.
I don't know.
What else can you talk about? I mean,
I don't know.
they got no questions. I mean, I did have a buddy talk to me about, he wanted to know about the Archer's Mark more. About that.
Yeah.
I mean, somewhere down the road, we'll get into that pretty heavy, where we'll actually have a site and we're going to go through it.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to do sometimes, but
I walked right past them and Jacob found them. Yeah.
so, but I'm using it. I'm liking it. I can see those marks way better than I can my sight tape.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the plus of it. But the sight tape's still there. I still look to double check myself, just as like a security blanket.
Yeah. I mean, until you get used to it, yeah, it's understandable. It's kind of. Yeah.
I think I'll still have a sight tape on every time. Just okay, we're good. So I don't do one stupid mistake of
Fair
reading a
enough.
hash mark wrong or.
Yep, which is pretty easy to do.
Yeah. But I like it. Excuse me.
I know.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
tired too. I don't know why.
No, I didn't do anything all day. I sat in the pickup most of the day. So
I don't know what he just said, but Will said something, I think. Can I click on comments? Is that what that is?
I think so.
Oh, no, not write a comment. I'm good.
Yeah, Austin Weber. Yeah. Austin's watching.
I don't know what he said.
But yeah, Oh, I didn't tell you I went down to Steve's last weekend. Oh, did we talk
No.
about that last week?
Maybe.
I don't remember.
Keep talking. We'll just make this one go through. So this is something we've had to do.
Yeah. We've got to go reset the camera now, guys, is what we're doing. So you are not,
You never would have known the whole time.
yeah, we're not taught.
Every time. Every guest that's ever come on has had to deal with this.
Yeah.
After 30 minutes, the camera shuts off and stops recording, and then we have to tell them to stop talking and then go reset the camera. But
Yeah.
it's been fine so far.
Yeah. It's just, sometimes there isn't much to talk about. And it's just the way it is. So, but we need to get more people on, which I think we will.
Yeah, I was trying to get Mark to do it, but he's just too lazy.
I'll get him.
Yeah, we'll get him. And
Yeah.
then when Nick gets back from Africa, we need to get him because I don't know if you know, but he is leaving. He's going to go work on the railroad.
Really?
Yep, that's pretty official now. I mean, he has to pass the drug test, but,
Huh.
I believe he will pass.
Yeah.
Need tips to be
You
good, like
you,
Ron.
Roland?
Well, you're already halfway there, so you just need to get a little bit better at punching the trigger. That's something I'm trying more this week.
Yeah, he is working on punching the trigger, guys.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot better at it. I've gotten a lot better. I used to like not be able to do it like very good at all.
But how long is that going to last?
I don't know. I mean, as long as your mind lets you last, you know. I don't know.
But you are actually practicing.
Well, I'm trying to see because I don't know. I didn't want to view it as like
punching.
you know, people. Well, yeah, not only that, but people always like view it. This is actually like a legitimate serious point. So what I figured is like in the wind, it would be a big advantage if you could actually punch it at times and be good at it. But I don't know what that even means. But I don't know what he's referring to what we said. But I forgot what I was to say. I don't know. But people just view it as like, oh, I can't punch, which I felt like I couldn't do it either.
Are you more of a command shooting?
Well, yeah. What would be? What do you mean?
When I think of punching, I think of foul. But you're just.
Well, I'm trying to. Yeah. So that's what I mean by the practicing it part is like trying to get your mind wrapped around how to do it and not anticipate it too bad, and then also how to do it and not move your body as much. So like that's something that is big. Is like when you punch it, like your hand wants to come away from your face,
Okay.
and then also like your bow arm wants to react. But that's like more of a mental thing of just being like, okay, I'm going to punch this and I'm not going to move. And you do it. Which like your hand is still going to move a lot, but as long as you keep it in about the same spot, it shouldn't affect where it hits. But that'll be the main thing is like, I'll punch it sometimes and then it'll just barely do this or something and it'll just barely miss at 50. Yeah, if it was closer, it wouldn't miss, but at 50, it'll miss.
Yeah. Then
Even though the pin was on the middle, but.
that's something you work on. I mean,
Exactly.
Really, whoever would have thought you have to practice punching?
Yeah, I mean.
But you do.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many people that are really good at it now where it's just like, well, I want to try it.
Well, it's no different than rolling through your hinge.
Yeah, well, it depends on how you roll through it. Like, there are people who punch a hinge, like Nick Cappers. I don't know if you've ever seen him do it, but he will legit just dump it. Like, it's just like, he even has slow-mo video on his thing now, but he'll just like, just go there, and be going, and then you see like a turn. Like, you'll see it in a slow-mo. I'll show you. But if you're just like, so Bodie, what he does is he just keeps moving, and then all of a sudden it goes off. But he's moving his hand, but it's not necessarily punching. Like, I don't think I would call that punching. I don't know what you.
So is he activating with his hand, or is he actually
with his
pulling?
hand?
But so he's not pulling through. So he's really light.
What do you mean?
And so he's light back here. He's not just.
Yeah, he's not. I mean, as far as I understand, he's not digging into it.
Yeah, he just.
But yeah.
Huh.
Which the thing is that is similar to if you just pulled through. It's just because when you go pull through, you're going like, okay, keep pulling. You're just slowly increasing it, and then it'll go off. Mm-hmm. But this is just instead of keep pulling, you're just going, okay, keep squeezing. As long as you have something to like move through. It's harder to do this and not get anticipation because it's a smaller movement as opposed to this. It's like you're using a bigger muscle and stuff. Yeah. And your fingers don't have to do it, which is usually where people have issues when they go, they flinch up or something. But as long as you can do it, I don't think I would call that punching. But obviously, if you just go and now it's gone.
I think the index finger would be harder.
I don't know, actually. I've been wondering about that too, because Nick says for him, if he punches a thumb, he has way more of this as opposed to if he does this, it doesn't go.
So is he down then with the thumb?
I don't actually know. But yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
It makes a difference. I mean,
but I don't know if I'm going to keep punching. By the way, it's just something I'm trying out.
Trying. You're to the point now. You got to try it. I mean,
yeah, it's definitely different.
You're looking for a little change to gain about 5 to 6 more points.
Well, yeah, I mean 5 to 6 would be cool. Yeah,
but you are. I mean,
yeah.
So what? You're to the point now. What do you got to work on to gain that?
Yeah.
I mean,
for sure.
I mean, everybody's working on something different to gain points. I mean, I've done the same thing. Okay, what do I need to work on to get more points into this? And it's just time behind the bow too helps a lot.
Yep.
But in your situation, you hold well enough, and now maybe I need to do something.
Somewhat, yeah. I don't know. For me, it's like I have to. What I'm testing out is like, okay, what I guess kind of what you're saying is like what gets me more points, like just letting it float on it and then slowly execute it, or trying to command it. Because obviously when you try to command it, you might have those times where you do have a very, very bad shot, which you could have very bad shots with the pulling through, but usually it's not as bad as if you're punching it. But it's like, which one is, I guess, more consistent, or which one gives you more points? And I don't know yet. And obviously, like I said, the main reason I wanted to try it was for the wind. So like if I shot like outdoor target or whatever.
Yeah, because pulling through in the wind sucks.
Yeah, if it was super bad wind, if I was confident enough with my brain on how to do it, you might as well just do it. You know what I mean? Like, you're for sure going to shoot better in that situation, because even if you have a terrible shot, it's not going to be as bad as if you just have a marginal shot with a hinge in the wind. It's probably going to be pretty bad too. Like,
well, like last week when we shot at Steve's in the wind, and it's like, man, I couldn't get the bow to go off because all my strength is trying to hold the bow steady.
Yep.
Then you kind of try to pull through. It's like, this is not working.
Yep.
A couple times I let down. It's like, oh, and you get pissed off and you just rip her back and just let her go sometimes. But sometimes you don't have a choice.
Yep.
Because you're fighting everything to get it to go. Like you said, if you practice that, you might be better off.
Yep. Which that's the point of it. I don't know. We'll see. But might just go back to the hinge too, or might shoot a button but squeeze it or whatever.
What button are you shooting now?
Well, the one I'm shooting to punch is an Abyss, because you can get it really, really, really light.
Okay.
I'm gonna try an Onyx that we have coming in, but I don't think you can get those as light.
No, mine's is, so I have no trigger travel. It's light, but I got it so I can have heavier thumb pressure. Because if it was too light, I can't get the right feel every time.
Yeah, you want to be able to wrap it on there and not be afraid of it.
Like tonight, you saw I actually hit it and it went off. I just put too much on it right away, and a lot of it is where if I don't have it right in my hand, if I'm a little forward with it or a little back, then I go, something wasn't right, But you don't know that till you get your thumb on it. Ooh, that's bad. So right now I try before I wrap my thumb to get it where close to where I need to be.
Yep.
That way, if it does do that, I'm at least going to hit an
something. 8. Yeah.
Not a hanging 5 or
but which I think that's really important. But yeah, I don't know. The Onyx is really comfortable in the hand. Way more comfortable than the Abyss. The Abyss is like super uncomfortable for whatever reason. But
I want to try. Have you tried the Onyx hinge?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
There's only one issue I have with it, but I sent one back today. Yeah, it was today, and I'm gonna see if they fix it. And so this might not be at all valid, but there was an issue where I would hit the click, even with the long click, the one I was trying out at least. And if after you hit the click, it pretty much goes. And sometimes you just blow through it, even though the long click. And so I don't know what the deal was with that, but we'll see if they send that back and it's better. But in terms of the comfortability, I really like it. And then since they have a weird spring system going on, which is what I'm worried is causing that, it doesn't take as much effort to get it to move as like a normal hinge. Like a normal hinge, you're almost fighting the weight of the release and the holding weight to get it to move. This, it like rests all the tension in that spring system. And so to actually move it, it still feels smooth and like less weighty.
Do you have to use the safety with it?
No, which I think the safety is almost pointless on that release. It is not very good for a safety. Like because the thing is it's not like a normal safety on like all the other ones where you can have it at any point, and then as long as you click the safety off, now you have the same amount of movement to get it to go off. It's like a normal hinge, but if you let your finger off the safety and it's where it would normally fire, so like let's say it would fire here normally, and then you're here and you let off the safety, it's going to go off.
Oh.
So you still have to be in front of the point where it's supposed to fire.
It's kind of pointless.
It's pretty much pointless. I don't even know why they made it like that, but they should have just left it as a peg.
I mean,
I guess. I guess.
That's my next step is probably a hinge.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're nice to try.
I need to get one and try, but I think I'd probably go with the HBC.
HBC is really nice.
If I can get that in large, it feels good.
They might even do they make extra larges? Maybe
I don't
not.
know.
Yeah.
That'd be the next step. To try it, see And like I've always said, my fear is letting down.
It's not that bad. You just need to try on some like low poundage bows or something, and then just up close. But yeah, I pull like 78 pounds. I have no fear whatsoever when I'm letting down, even if it clicked already. So as long as you do this, it won't go off.
Yeah, but we'll see. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of my inconsistencies is from the button not getting the right.
Which
tension.
yeah, that is definitely a hard part with the button.
I know it is, and I shoot my button well, but I think the hinge would help a lot.
Yeah, I think so. Because the way I view a button, if you're shooting it that same way as a hinge, is that the hinge, because both of them, you're going to probably put your finger on it, preload it, whatever, and then you're going to relax your hand or pull, do both. The thing is with the hinge, instead of you having to preload this, it's just only these fingers you have to worry about, which is pretty much the same how a button is, except you have this extra factor.
Yeah, you're taking your thumb out of it, where your thumb has to squeeze the trigger to make it go off.
Yeah.
Not squeeze it, but actually, it does, but
yeah, but not consciously. You're using these fingers in your hand in general. But the only downside to a button or to a hinge is that having to draw it like this, or you don't necessarily have to go that crazy, but having to draw it a little bit uneven, more on your finger, index finger, and your thumb, is that there's a lot of tension built up in your hand, and you have to be a little bit more finessed with it, as opposed to a button. You can pull them back all three evenly, and the tension is a lot more evenly spread, so your hand doesn't fatigue as much. But
I think I've got a lot more on my pointer finger when I draw.
Yeah, so you wouldn't probably have that
because
big of a transition.
My thumb is tucked.
Yeah.
When I draw that, then I get back, then I'll bring it on and hook and.
Yep. It's pretty much what I do if I shoot a button, but.
And like I said,
except for right now.
Yeah. If you're shooting a wrist strap, you want to bury it deep in your finger, hook it, and to get back there, and it should go off.
Yep.
That I think is harder to do.
It is. It is for me as well. Mainly because like what you have to relax there if you're going to use a relax method is you have to almost relax your wrist and let the wrist strap slide, and it just feels very awkward. Whereas this, it's kind of just seating deeper into your hand.
Yeah, and I hold my release pretty deep.
Yeah.
It's the way I do it. It feels good. It doesn't feel bad. And I hold it deep when I draw and I settle in, and actually it will come out a little out of that deep pocket into, not where it's moving a lot, but it'll slide. My hand will stretch a little.
Yep, which is not a problem.
When I get settled in and just continue to pull and break it or go. And yeah, there's the releases. You got to find one that fits you and works.
That's what I'm struggling with right now.
I think everybody we know shoots something different.
Yeah. Yep, which is nice is that they have all the options. But yeah, that's what I'm struggling with right now. That's why I hope the Onyx hinge comes back working good, because I liked that one. Felt way more comfortable than any, like, in my opinion, the True Balls. But the HBC is definitely more comfortable than the one I'm shooting right now, which is the Fulcrum. But it's still not as comfortable as the Onyx. But I think it's just because it's a big round bed for your fingers.
It's a thick release.
Yeah, which is really nice.
And you got the heavy metal, and it feels good. Mine weighs a metric ton.
Yeah,
but I've also got heavy metal. I got a standard. If I shoot the standard, I'll break out the back really, really hard because that weight when you break out with the other one, just kind of when you break through, it just it doesn't throw you back. It's more of controlled. Which I think might help on the front end. I don't know. It
definitely could. I mean,
it could. I don't know. I've never. Every once in a while, I'll shoot the other. Carrying both in my pouch now, so I can play with that. Maybe on days, maybe it's a little wetter or something. I'll use the other one because it might not be as slick.
Back here, it should be more consistent if that's the case for you, which it makes sense because it's resisting your movement. It's heavier, so it's just like a stabilizer. But
yeah, that'd be the only reason I think you'd want a heavy release.
Yeah, that, and then also just moving through it. If it feels like, a lot of people for hinges like the brass, because it does feel kind of weird if you're moving an aluminum hinge in your hand, like, and you're actually doing a manipulation, because it's like it doesn't feel like there's as much resistance to pull against.
Because it's so light.
Yeah,
Because there isn't much to a hinge.
yeah, it's because it's so light.
I
But
mean,
with yeah,
realistically, a hinge is basically a lever.
yeah, it's very simple.
I mean, it's as simple can be.
Yeah,
You know, but
hook and a moon.
yeah, and you can. What one has the head that moves?
There's a lot of different ones, but you're probably thinking of the fulcrum.
Okay, yeah, because it'll move. We can set the angle however.
That's the one I'm shooting right now. When I do shoot a hinge.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, which I like, because the main thing with that is that you get to set how much finger tension is on each finger before you hit the point where it's going. So like you were saying, it's just a lever. So like the middle of the release that's between these two fingers, if that's pointing down to the string, like let's say I have it hooked on.
Yep.
If it's past this point, then you have to add leverage with your back fingers to get it go off. And so ideally you want to have it go off before that point. And so with that adjustability, you can set the tension on your fingers differently. So it's weighted in a different way, whichever way you like, before you hit that point. And so that's what I like that release for. But so like, I don't want it to be like super heavy on this index finger. I want it to be fairly even, but like still a little bit more on this. But really, for that minute of a change, I'll set the speed. But to get it to where they're even, I'll move that head back and forth.
So you want it to break before your hand gets more.
Yeah, I want it to break almost when it's almost even, but not quite.
Yeah.
Because the thing is,
Because if you got to go too far, you're actually moving.
yeah, because you want to be able to relax into it, as opposed to like, let's say this is like all even, like a button.
Yeah.
Now I have to go. Or either relax this one and keep the tension on these, or like start increasing tension on the back fingers. But yeah.
Yeah, there's. Nah.
Or you can just make it a lot more simple and just go, bing. But yeah, I still set my thumb on that one though. Like I'll set it. I don't want it that light where I can't set it on there, and then so it's a smaller movement.
Yeah.
Jimmy Lutz goes from fucking Wisconsin to New York or whatever. Bing. I don't get that, but
And he shoots it well.
he does. It doesn't make it. He actually kind of defies all logic with that, because he has, like, from what I understand, like super light holding weight. I don't know if he still does, but he had super light holding weight and super light bar weight, which is the opposite of what you would think would be good for that. Because if you have any kind of anticipation or movement, you're going to see that a lot more. So like Kyle is the opposite side of the spectrum, where he super weights the bow and he has like 25 pounds of holding weight. Because if you do make a mistake, it can't move as much. Like you just
Yeah,
can't.
because it's really tugging on you.
Yeah. Which makes way more sense, but Jimmy does it really fucking good. So I have don't know the answer.
You know, everybody knows Tim's a puncher too.
Yeah.
I mean,
He does all kinds of stuff to get that to work, but yeah.
yeah, they make it. Basically, what we're trying to say is perfect one way to do it. There's no right or wrong way
Yeah, clearly.
if you can repeat it.
Yeah. Because there's literally so many ways.
But as you know, as punching it, there's going to come a point in time that it may catch up to you.
Yeah, it may. That's the thing, is I don't really know. I feel like it has to be like it's probably just a mental confidence thing. Because like even Kyle, it seems like it's caught up to him a little bit, and maybe Jimmy to some degree, but it's not like a lot. And then they've seemed like they've recovered from it. But like I've seen some matches where that's like, this is like, you wouldn't have done this a few years ago, but now they're fine again. So I don't know.
Well, I didn't realize Chance, he's not shooting the hinge this year.
He's shooting a thumb button.
He's shooting the Onyx thumb button, heavy metal, and he goes, he just likes it. It's doing well for him. Look what he's doing. I mean,
that was a pretty cool shoot off.
that was a very cool
I haven't
shoot
talked
off.
to you about that, but yeah, because we were there and we saw it. But like Levi hit the 14, it was like, oh man! And it's not a big 14; it was smaller than like a typical deer 14 or whatever. But then Chance hit it, and it was like, yeah, this is.
And they're
sick.
two good friends. I mean,
Yeah, well, they're like, I mean, I don't know if Chance has really had his like run really in the Open Pro ever.
20. They said that they announced 2015 was his last win,
Yeah,
which that's a long time ago.
yeah, but he's one of the best of all time, and in some ways, because the 3-time Vegas champion is just like
Three-time Vegas champ was 16 900s.
Yeah, 16 or 17 or something like that.
That's 16 years of shooting 900s.
Yeah, which is pretty insane.
That's nuts.
Yeah,
I mean, that's nuts.
that is. And I wonder how many like seconds and thirds he's had, because I know at least one time recently he was like second or third. I can't remember which one, but
Well, you might, somewhere someone's had to shoot 60X.
what do you mean?
A 900 or 60X.
What are you trying to say? I don't understand. You mean 900 with 90x?
Yes, sorry.
Do you mean somebody in the future?
Have they done it yet?
No, only I think it's 88.
That's
is the record.
Yeah, that's still nuts.
It is. It is. So
88.
like, yeah. So
88 little X's.
which is funny too, because there's been at least 5 now at Lancaster with a 660,
Yeah.
but there hasn't been one with a a 990. I'm sure that'll happen, but I think it's just because it's a different level of pressure and expectation. But I don't know.
I don't know. If I could shoot a 900 and have 20 X's, I'd be tickled to death.
I would also take a 900 with 20 X's.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't be the most what do you call it?
It's an
yeah.
ugly face.
It wouldn't be the most inspiring going into the shoot down, but yeah, I don't know.
I did it. I got a 900.
Yeah, I would take a 900 with 0 X's. But yeah,
What'd you shoot? A 900. How many X's? Doesn't matter.
yeah,
I'm in the shoot down.
it doesn't matter.
You know?
Yep.
So, but I think that's about all we got, guys,
Yep.
this week. So we'll have more to talk about next week. We may try the Facebook Live thing again.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
Yep.
We'll probably give you guys a little more notice, and maybe we'll do it a little later so everybody can watch.
Yeah, we can do that,
You know?
and then we
So,
can probably just do the full thing and like use that recording, because I can set it up on my laptop and stuff to do that. Like
Oh, that'll work.
because I don't have to live stream it. I don't have to worry about the internet being a piece of shit. So it should be fine.
Yeah.
We'll see. Because that
Yeah.
was the problem at the last shoot, is like the internet just crapped out or whatever.
Yeah, but if you do Facebook Live, you got to be on the internet.
That I just forgot about that Facebook Live. I don't know why I said that like that. Yeah,
It's not working too bad on the phone. I
yeah.
mean,
I'll have to see if I could get it to work, but if not, we could just do it on the phone.
yeah, it's working. They can see us. No one had any questions. But hey,
No,
so
we need to
hey,
definitely say it ahead of time. But
for
it's all
next
good.
week, think of questions.
Yep.
We will do Facebook Live. It'll more than likely, I don't know. We'll see what Sunday brings.
Yep. Another thing is, if you want to post them either in the Facebook post or of the podcast or whatever, or on the YouTube thing or whatever, we'll try to get those too.
Anything bow related or course related or
I mean, you can ask whatever.
yeah, ask whatever, and we'll try to give you an answer. I mean, that's what we're trying to get.
It'll probably be the wrong answer.
Well, yeah,
But
it could
we'll
be the
give
wrong
you an
answer.
answer.
We'll give you an answer. Right or wrong, we're going to try to give you an answer.
If it's Will, we're definitely gonna give you the wrong answer. I'm kidding.
But yeah,
I'm kidding.
it'd be nice to have a few questions, though, the feedback from everybody. I mean, it's because, I mean, there are a lot of people watching. Everybody's happy to see our stuff, and
Yeah, which is cool.
you know, but yeah, questions would be good. Even shoot ideas would be, and we'll do what we can with some of that stuff. But question target setup wise, we could probably have between the two of us. We have pretty good. Roland has a little more knowledge on some of that, but
Depends.
but everybody has their own thing. I mean, I like stuff a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't run a lot of weight. I mean, I've actually taken weight off this past week because I'm not shooting as much as I was this winter. So I took a couple ounces off.
It's tough to make it work if you don't shoot a lot.
Yeah, and it's working that way. So, but like next, we usually record Sunday nights or Monday nights, and it be posted Wednesday morning, right?
Yeah.
So, question wise, get them up. Well, you got all week now till Sunday or Monday to get questions. You can put them on the Facebook page or somewhere on there. We'll get to them and we'll try to answer questions next week of whatever. So,
All right.
all right. Thanks, guys. See ya.
See ya.